Well, hello there. You're in a different spot today.
I am. I'm in our new office today, so tried to find a nice quiet corner to sit and chat with you.
Yeah. So, hello everyone. We've almost made it. My daughter's graduating Friday, so I am super excited about that. And we have a bunch of fun stuff planned this summer. So we thought it'd be the perfect time to chat about the importance of recharging.
Yes. Yep, we were talking about this before because I feel like sometimes I get to a point in my business where I've been going pretty hard for a while, or I've been doing a lot of networking events, or just been busy. And a lot of the time, especially as business owners, it can be hard to take time off and rest and rejuvenate until you get to the point where, like, you need to because you might have a breakdown.
Yeah. Or you get sick. I mean, your
Yes,
body will eventually stop.
right,
Which
exactly.
and
So
it's
either you could be preventative or defensive against
right.
that.
So I took last weekend off. And I know that's funny to say, but it's like I just I couldn't feel it. I mean, every time I walked by my office, it was like, no, not today. Not
Nope.
today, not today.
Not today, office, not today.
Because we can burn ourselves out. So, I mean, I
Yes.
don't care if you're on a financial journey, if you're a business owner, you have a 9 to 5 ish that turns into 12, 14-hour job, you have to have time to recharge, and you don't necessarily have to spend money, but you just need time to get outside, see that the
Yes.
sun is there,
Yep.
whatever.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. And I'm someone who gets susceptible to burnout and stress and all of that kind of stuff. So for me, it's really important to identify when I'm getting close to something like that so that I can be able to take time off, rest before it gets too bad or before I get sick or any of those other things.
Yeah. So, what are some of your telltale signs that it's time? Do you mind sharing any of those?
Yeah, so I can tell when I'm getting pretty close to burnout when I'm looking at my schedule and there's not a whole lot of space in between stuff. I try to time manage as best I can and to make sure I'm making time for clients, make sure I'm making time for administrative things, all of that. But sometimes my schedule can get out of control. I could end up putting a lot of things on the calendar both during the day and in the evening and don't realize it until I get to that week. And then I'm like, oh crap, I've got 5 or 6 things like every night type of thing.
Yeah.
And so when I start getting to that point, I know, okay, I need to kind of back off, be better about managing my calendar, things of that nature. But if I'm also just exhausted at the end of the night and not wanting to do anything, if I just want to veg out in front of the TV every single night because I've just had a very long, exhausting day, I also know that it's time for me to take some rest because I do want to make sure that I'm like spending time with my husband and us going out and doing things and like not just being couch vegetables.
Right.
So those are a few things that I've identified when it gets a little bit close to time for me to be like, okay, I need a day off or I need to just like take a weekend and really like recoup, rejuvenate, or I need to go on a vacation or something like that.
Yeah. And when we reach burnout, not only are we less productive, but we tend to spend more money
Mm-hmm.
because we're trying to get some form of relief out of busy.
Yes.
Because I know when I found myself in my financial troubles, it was really, I just wasn't taking care of myself. I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't giving any time just to recharge. And
Yeah.
so going shopping was almost a way of recharging because
Yes.
therapy is a thing. I mean, there's
Mhm.
scientific proof. You can get out on the Google, go search it. I mean, it is a thing that people do it to get relief.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. And that is something else that is very much equated with burnout and all of that stuff is like if you find yourself spending a lot of money or I know when I'm burnt out, I don't want to cook at home. I
Right.
just want to order
Sure.
takeout and bring things in and whatever else. So it can get expensive to not have time or energy or whatever to do those things.
Mhm.
And that's when taking some time off and taking a break can save you money because then you're actually going grocery shopping and
Right.
cooking meals are not paying so much for convenience as you would be if you were just like go 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 all the time.
Yeah. So true. So true. Yeah. And I think another telltale sign for me is when I look at my calendar and I go, oh,
Yeah.
it's just like the drudgery. Oh
Yes.
my, how am I going to? Everything is like, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go, or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's really not the way that we want to, or at least I don't want to navigate through my days. Yeah.
No. Yeah, like I know we both love our jobs and we love meeting with people and helping them with their finances and all of that stuff. But if we get to a point where we're looking at our calendar, like you said, in dread, or if I'm opening up my calendar for the next day and I'm literally booked from 8 to 6, and I've got that feeling of like, oh, this is going to be a really long day, whatever else, like, then I know,
It's,
hey, like, first of all, I need to do a better job about putting in breaks in between my meetings,
yeah.
but also I need to probably take some time and not just have it be weeks and weeks of those kind of schedules.
Yeah, for sure. And there's things you can do that don't cost a lot of money. I mean, we are at the time now here in Texas. We're starting to get a little warm. So going
Sure.
outside is not the best, but
Yep.
we do have some outdoor stuff that is happening in the evening. You can go do stuff really
Hmm.
inexpensively. Just get look in your community, see what's going on. Farmers markets are going
Yep.
on. I mean, things of that nature. There's just being able to reconnect, to remember
Yeah.
why we get up and go to work every day, why we serve clients, why we do whatever we do. It's really important just to kind of reset a little bit.
Just on Sunday, I hosted about 9 women that I met in a child free Facebook group. And I had them over at my house to hang out on my patio. And we did a potluck brunch. So everyone brought some sort of dish, either bought or made. I provided mimosas and coffee and tea. And we just sat on the patio and got to know each other. None of us had met in real life, but we all lived somewhat near each other and wanted to take advantage of the beautiful weather we had. And it's, becoming patio season for Colorado. And so we said, why not just come to someone's house, you know, bring some food, make it the least expensive as possible, and hang out. So, I have friends that I already want to go and hang out at the park and go, bring some folding chairs, have like a drink or whatever else, and we can just hang out in the park and chat and do all of that stuff. So there's a lot of really fun, inexpensive ways that you can spend time with others, be out in nature if the weather is good, and just kind of like that's a good way to kind of unwind.
For sure. And I've noticed there's like potluck dinner themes you can do where,
Hmm.
and you can have like cooking contests for people to judge. I mean, you can make it as fun as you want, and yeah. Or just
Yeah,
playing cards, a board game. I
board
mean,
game nights. Yeah, board game nights are great. We love to do those in our friend circles, and I have even seen a potluck dinner that a group of people have done where they're cooking something out of the same recipe book.
oh,
So they're cooking out of Garden's like book, and they just each pick a dish and bring it, and then I think for this particular thing I saw on social media, they all dressed up as in a garden.
Oh,
which
how
was kind
fun.
of cool. So you could also make it fun and like add a costume thing to it. But if you just want to like have an amazing dinner and have, wine and food with your friends, pick a cookbook to cook out of, or just like pick a theme or something like that. And it could be a very inexpensive way to spend time and kind of like not think about work or and
Mhm.
any other kind of stressful stuff.
Yeah, reconnecting and recharging is so important. And just getting back and maybe taking your shoes off and walk around outside. I mean, it's
Right.
just so important to just reconnect and figure out why.
Yes.
Why are we
Yeah.
doing this? Why do we do
Yeah.
this every day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So we're really busy with graduation and all that. So after this week, I finally am going to be able to slow down, but I'm enjoying all the moments and doing all of that. But yeah, it's a fun time of year to kind of
Yeah.
reset, and reset your priorities and all of that.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree. And I would love to know for you, as you're coming up on graduation and stuff like that, like what are some things that you're planning on doing to kind of slow down, kick back, all that kind of stuff?
So we have one going to college in August. So we do have a big senior trip planned, to celebrate her graduating college. So that's a big thing we have planned. But we used to have a lake house, but we ended up selling it because we weren't spending much time there. It is more
Mm-hmm.
affordable to rent a lake house versus having one that you pay for. So we are
Yes.
going to kick back at the lake for a week, and all of us are looking so forward to, grilling, cooking, fishing, getting out on the lake, and just having a ton of fun. So, yeah. But other than that, just taking the weekends, just slowing down a little bit because
Mhm.
sometimes we can grind so much that you just start wondering, why am I doing this again?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. And I agree. Like, it's so nice to be able to take a vacation. It doesn't even have to be far, it could be a road trip, it could be to a nearby mountain or lake or whatever else. But spending time with family, friends, whatever else, like that will be a great, thing to do for sure.
Yeah, I mean, just going and hanging out at a friend's house like what you did. We went to a town not too far from us and went and stayed with a friend of mine and got to go downtown and do some of the city things that we don't normally do. We didn't spend a lot of money, but it was just so much fun being together, just reconnecting and just, I don't know, having a good girls' weekend, without doing much of anything.
Yep, I love a good girls' weekend. I went on a retreat earlier this year to the mountains with a bunch of women business owners, and that was just such a fun time to be in the mountains. We got to we had a hot tub, we got to have meals cooked by an amazing chef,
It's amazing.
and just like spend time getting to know each other, figuring out how to support each other's businesses, but also going and doing fun things as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's our message today. I mean, sometimes, especially us moms, have got to take time for ourselves. And even if you're not a mom to two-legged creatures, you're a mom to something. There's
Right.
somebody somewhere in your life that you are taking care of. So we're all mom. I mean, it's just in our DNA. We're all
Yes.
taking care of somebody other than ourselves.
Yep.
And this, I hate using the saying, but putting that oxygen mask on first is so important because the better you take care of you, the better you can take care of everyone else.
Yep. And I use that quite often because I think people tend to forget about, a lot of people are probably like myself, where they could be like a people pleaser. They just want to make sure everyone else is taken care of, and realizing that they don't bring their best version of themselves
Mhm.
to parenting, to being a professional or a business owner, to being a spouse or a partner, if they're not taking care of themselves and not taking that time
Yeah.
to relax in whatever way that they prefer. So
Yeah. So the snow is melting, the ice is gone. It's time to get out and start enjoying some of this beautiful weather we're about to embark on. So
Yes,
that's
for
kind of our
sure.
message today. Everybody needs to shed the winter coats and let's get outside and enjoy it.
Yeah, totally. I hope everyone is enjoying the beautiful spring weather before it becomes summer, and spend some time outside and spend some time with friends, with loved ones, all of that stuff, and just reconnect. And um, then you'll feel great and want to just go after it. So,
Yeah, because that's why we do what we do.
mhm.
Yeah. Well, that's all I have. Is that all you have?
I think that's all I have. Yeah.
All right. Well, bye everyone. We'll see you next week.
Bye.